What's going on? This is a reading for the fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sag for Pisces season 2025. Look, where am I at? Okay, what timeline am I in? All right, I don't know if 2025 has something to do with what we're about to pull as far as these cards, but let's just keep that in mind just in case. But you 2026, okay? We just started the Chinese New Year began on February 17th, so maybe that's what it is. Okay, the energies are still lingering from 2025. Yeah, because the eclipse is coming, the lunar eclipse, the on March 3rd. Today is March 1st, so yeah, that could be what's going on here. These energies are gonna clear out, so we still got residual from 2025 left over, but this lunar eclipse will help to clear all that out. So make sure you use this time to jot down any energies that you want to get rid of that are related to the Virgo and energy, because it's going to be a full moon in Virgo because we're in Pisces season. So, yeah, it's a full moon in Virgo, and the North Node, South Node axis is going to change. It's going from Pisces, Virgo into Aquarius, Leo. So, a lot of lunar nodal activity going on, okay? Very potent energy. And then Mercury is in retrograde as well in Pisces. So a lot of recapping of what went on, a lot of it since 2025 and maybe even beyond. Okay, when the nodes changed and went into Pisces. All right, so you may want to check out your chart for those who are astrologically inclined, but we're going to see what's going on for water signs, okay? Aries, Leo, Sag, 2025. What we got? I hope everybody's doing all right. Aries, Leo, Sag, I hope y'all are chilling. Thank you for checking out the channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. That way you know when I post. All right, I'm going to try to be a little bit more available to you all as far as posts. I have another channel too where I do collective reads. That one is called Mini Styles of Tarot. Check that out. The handle is in the comment section. All right, so let's see what we got. Listen, the water signs got the baseball energy too. All right, so we got people, you know, pushing shit to the edge. All right, so we got the tree energy. We got the mature woman or woman. Foul ball, okay, baseball, pig energy, and pants, jeans. All right, so let me see what I'm seeing here. I should get like little stands to put the cards on. I feel like you're being singled out for certain. Okay, it could be because you're a woman. All right, so or somebody or a woman is being singled out for whatever reason. Okay, you could be the woman who's being singled out. You know what time it is. Um, you know why you're being singled out. It could be because of your age. So this could be an ageism type of thing. Um, it could be in the workplace. It could be in the dating world. Okay. It could be in any environment. Um, huh. But I feel like you're not gonna let it bother you, or the recommendation is to not let it bother you because you're being targeted in some way, shape, or form. Okay. It could be somebody that doesn't like women, or it could be that maybe there was a comment that was said in reference to a women or a woman. All right, but let's just get into this and see what this is. I want to pull this other deck. Give me a second. Now that we're seeing this, where's that other deck at? My music keeps going off, and then I'm like, where's like, oh, here it is. We'll use this deck, and I don't know why my music keep going off again. I was just zoning out. Mm-mm-mm. Don't you hate when you be in the zone and then something interrupted? And I'll get back in it in a minute, but yeah. All right, so Dumbass commercials. All right, let's see what's going on. Let's get these cards out. Oh, it might be too loud. Let me turn it down. Okay. Yeah, I got got to zone out. I need a little music today. Today feel like a Monday to me. It feel like a weekday. I don't know if it's just me or what. Does it feel like a weekday to you? Let me know. You know, let me know. I swear it feel like a weekday, but it is clearly Sunday. I had to remind myself that 3 times today. It's Sunday. All right, let's see. Well, at least where I am is Sunday. We could be over in London and it's almost Tuesday, Monday. But let's see. So you standing out, or you're standing out for some reason, yeah, because of your profession. Okay, so your experience. So you stand out because of your experience. I don't know if you're applying for a job or you're looking to apply for a position, or if somebody is looking at your credentials, um, wondering, what you bring to the table. Okay, so that could be the case. So maybe some of you are older. Maybe you're 40 and older, trying to look for a job or trying to find a job out here in this economy is crazy. Good luck. Yeah, it's like, who do you have to be? Is what I'm getting here. It's like, who do you have to be? I'm hearing Lauren Lauren Hill. Tell me who I have to be. I can't hit the note to get some reciprocity. That's what I'm hearing. Like, who do I have to be? Right? To get some reciprocity, to be treated fairly. You know what I'm saying? Because I got all these skills, I bring these skills to the table. I stand out. Right? The challenges is people, I don't know, maybe people are having a hard time placing you, or maybe you're having a hard time finding a job because of the skills that you have, or is there a lack of, they're telling you you don't have the skills. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, curse energy. Yeah, foul out, curse. Okay, so some of you got to be careful. Okay, it could be at the job. There, I don't know if you're being singled out at the job. Okay, maybe somebody's telling. Somebody could be stereotyping someone, saying that they are, or maybe no, I won't say someone stereotyping someone, because these cards contrast each other. The jeans, and then the baseball. The baseball, if you look at that, is right on the line, so it's about to foul out. Okay, about to be some problems. Okay, the jeans, on the other hand, jeans represent laid back, being cool, being chill, being laid back. So I feel like there's an energy here of, somebody is going through something and they could be frustrated and stressed out. And now there's just going to be like, you know what? I feel like an energy of, I'm going to just pray and give it to God. Because it's like, yo, I know I'm intelligent. I know I'm smart. I know what I bring to the table. So somebody could be having a problem at the job, or finding a job, or being looked at as qualified for something. Okay, in reference to intellect and age. I'm getting ageism here, big time. Yeah, savings. Okay, so somebody's being smart with their money, or being recommended to be smart with your money. It's important that you save your money. Okay, yeah, because somebody could be protesting here, the gene energy. Okay, somebody may be protesting what you're wearing. Somebody may not like what you're wearing at the job. They may have a problem with that. Um, Somebody may feel like your approach is too relaxed, or maybe they feel like you're too. Somebody, I feel like somebody's trying to get you upset. I don't know why I'm getting the same energy for the water signs. It's like people are testing people. You know why people are testing people, and people are messing with people's energy? Because it's a lunar energy right now. Lunar nodes. The full moon lunar eclipse is in 2 days. So the energy is similar in this reading as it is in the water. I mean, you are the opposite polarity of water, so it makes sense. There's you're having to tame your emotions, or people around you uh, having to tame their emotions, or you watching someone, about to lose it on somebody. Like, it's gonna be this is a very sensitive time. Okay, very sensitive time. Um, and so in this case here, someone is being picked out. It could be by a Karen, okay, a two-faced woman. You know what I'm saying? Um, That could very well be the case here. But this curse energy, this is somebody who could be actually cursing. It don't have to actually be nothing spiritual, but it could very well be. But and if this is cursing someone, this could be someone lying um on someone, saying something that's not true, saying that maybe what somebody said crossed the line, or they're afraid that somebody's going to cross the line. Like somebody is being one way to one person and then being another way to another. So someone is lying, being deceitful. Um, this is somebody who could be, crying wolf, playing victim, okay, and accusing you of some bullshit. Okay, so this could be racial. So for some of you, it could be a white female at the office or at the job, an older white female who is singling you out because of your intelligence and because you can do your job. She could be intimidated by you. So she could be lying and saying all kinds of shit about you to get you fired. So just make sure you putting your money together, because some of you may have to end up trying to find something else. And it's like I feel like you're just being cool and relaxed. You're not tripping about it. You're not going bonkers about it. You're not protesting it. Maybe some of you feel like it's not even worth it, protesting it. You're just being real cool about it and try not to make a big deal, because maybe if you don't, it won't turn into a big deal. But yeah, so I'm seeing that here. Or this could be a woman who is older and more mature, and she's having a difficult time finding a job. Okay. Ageism is real out here. It's very difficult for older employees with a lot more experience to find jobs, because these companies don't want to pay you based on your experience and your in the years you've been doing stuff, because that would mean, logically, it would mean you would qualify for more. Well, they don't want to pay you more. They want to pay you as little as possible, and they want the job done. And a lot of times when people don't like hiring older people is because older people are set in their ways. Like they're not flexible. It's like, look, I've been doing this for this many years. I've been doing that for that many years. And that's not what people are looking for. People don't like people who can't be taught, especially when you come onto a job and you're older than your supervisors or you're older than your managers. Like people automatically are going to look at you like you're a headache if you're coming on there trying to tell them, well, I've had this much experience and that much experience, but yet you don't tell them and show them that you're open to learning. This could be an older man or older woman. It don't matter. When you older and you come onto the job, you can't come on there with the attitude of, I'm old enough to be your mother, because it's like, yo, but this is not that type of environment where that it means anything. So you can't come off to me that way, and you got to be careful what you say, okay, as far as, how you, because, discrimination goes both ways now with, ageism and things like that. So I feel like it's one of these types of environments or scenarios or situations here. Let me just get a little bit more and see what else I could come up with here. Somebody is getting older. They've switched multiple professions. Somebody has had a lot of different jobs. Okay. A lot of different jobs. They're extremely intelligent with the wise energy, but the one thing that this person did to themselves is they didn't save. So it could be that type of thing. So this could be someone who's an entrepreneur who, works when they need some money, and then they go off and do their thing, when they got what they need. And maybe for whatever reason, they're not putting money away. Or every time this person makes a different, because they've worked different jobs and they have a lot of experience, they may ride this roller coaster where it's like 1 minute you up, but you ain't putting no money away when you up. And then you fall out and now you're broke and you need to borrow, right? Or you could be at an age where you're now, older and you're looking at retirement and you don't have anything saved. And somebody may be feeling some sort of way about it, but um, the protest could be coming from, I don't know if somebody's children are protesting the fact that maybe their parents don't have anything saved. You may have parents who are now retiring, and you may just be finding out that they don't have any money saved up, or they don't have a lot of money saved up. Or it could be somebody that you're with, your partner, your husband or your wife. You know, you guys are maybe in your 40s, or you're getting to the point where you're going to start planning to leave the workplace and you want to start a business. And the first thing you're looking at is, okay, well, my 401k, what do we have in a 401k? We need to move, or we need to relocate, or we can't afford this anymore. So now people are looking at their money and realizing they may not have as much as they want, or they didn't save as much as they uh, should have. And that's what the first energy is here with the foul out, is what I'm getting strongly here. So it's all about saving your money, okay? Putting your money up, especially with this economy and the way things are going. Is it's very important that people put money away, is what I'm getting here, okay? Tell me about this professions. The moon energy. Yeah, somebody's had a lot of different professions. It's like, okay, maybe you're being interviewed and they want to know, well, how come you've switched up, so many professions? You stand out, right? See how the trees are standing out, those two in the middle? You stand out because you have a lot of experience in different areas of expertise. How come you have, tell me about yourself, that type of thing, right? If this is somebody who is being treated unfairly at the job, it's like, maybe you're the type of person that they come to, when they need people to fill in. The companies could be downsizing, so you could be on the other end. Maybe you're not getting fired, but you're getting downsized, and on top of that, they're adding more responsibility to your work routine, right? But yet they're not paying you for it. You know what I'm saying? And you're bringing this up, and some of you are not going to protest it. You're just going to chill, like you're going to be real relaxed and chill, because you're just going to take this in as experience. So it could be that type of thing where other people are like, yo, you should say something. How they gonna give you and make you do this job and they're not paying you for it? That's Pam's job. You don't make Pam's money. Why you doing Pam's job? And Pam's supposed to do that. And well, Pam ain't here no more. They downsized and then gave me Pam's job. So look, I got a job still, so I gotta do what I gotta do. I'm gonna just take this in as experience. And when I decide to leave and do my own thing, I'll have this as experience under my belt. And or if I leave and decide to go someplace else, I'll have this on my resume, type of thing. So it could be a curse if you look at it as a curse. It could also be a blessing. Yeah, see, somebody is just being quiet about it, right? Um, they're not saying much. This is also somebody upset because of the amount of money they made, okay, or the amount of money that they can make. The thing is they don't want to pay you. That's another thing too. A lot of them are looking at, yeah, this person has a lot of experience, but I don't know. And what they don't know is how much you're going to want. So for some of you, that could be the case because you're standing out as an applicant. Oh, that's one too many. But what did turn over was a Six of Wands, exactly. So there's a lot of competition here that's you're not seeing. And I feel like for some of you, if you didn't get the job, it's because you may have switched jobs too often, and you may not have stayed at jobs long enough. On the flip side, you have a lot of experience in, and it looks as though if they question you about that in a resume, like, well, how come you switched from job to job? That's going to be a problem because they don't know if you're going to stay. What you could flip that and say is, yes, I've switched from job to job, but what that really focuses on is my flexibility, my ability to learn different tasks as needed in the event that, a job needs to be performed and there's not someone to do it. If I'm able to learn it, I'm able to perform it, I'm able to do it. So you could switch it around like that, right? Um, so I feel like for some of you, that might be a concern. So we have the Three of Wands in reverse and the King of Swords in reverse, clarifying the savings energy. Yeah, so somebody definitely did not save. And now somebody is realizing that that's what they didn't do. And, or if this is a situation here where somebody's having a hard time finding a job, but the thing is the jobs are out there, but they're not paying anything, right? And then there's a lot of competition for it. So, it's like this is a dead end job. It's very difficult to save as well, is what I'm getting here with the King of Swords energy in reverse and the Three of Wands in reverse. It's very difficult to save here. There's really no room for growth, is what I'm getting here with the King of Swords reverse, Three of Wands in reverse, and savings. Um, and it basically is looking like for those of you who are doing a job that's not yours, you're taking on extra responsibility, and you know you should be paid more for this. Um, yeah, this particular job, once you're done with this, it's like there's nowhere else to go within this organization or within this company because they're downsizing. So you can't go any further with the Three of Wands in reverse and the King of Swords reverse. They're not going to tell you that. They're not going to tell you that though. For some of you, you may end up being in a position where you are laid off, and I'm sorry to have to tell you this. With the savings energy and the pig pin, if your company, you may be with a company that's laying people off. So you may want to just start saving your money, looking at what you got going on, and making moves based on the fact that maybe you may have to save. Like you got to, because it's this situation here. For some of you, you may already be going through this. Yeah, the Nine of Swords, you may already be worried about this. On another level, you could be worried about the fact that these people are not paying you. Should you say something? Should you not say something? Some of you are concerned about this. Should I open up my mouth? Should I not? I mean, you could do what you want. If I was you and the company downsized, usually they're not going to, sometimes they're not going to tell you they're downsizing. What they're going to do is they're just going to give you more responsibility. I would just check around and see if there's anybody else who has more responsibility. I wouldn't, bring it up like, yo, what's going on? Why are they giving me more? I would just, casually talk and then ear hustle and see if anybody's talking about getting more responsibilities than they've had before. And not just on your level, as far as, your level you work on, look on the supervisory level and the managerial level as well. See if you can find that out. Because if everybody is getting more work, or you hear lots of talk about different people getting more work and teams joining together, having to work together all of a sudden, and that's like slick talk with the King of Sword energy in reverse and the Three of Wand in reverse. That means shit's going left. So if I was you, I would start saving my money, and I wouldn't complain about taking on more work, because you could use that as experience if you need to find something else if they lay your ass off. 9 times out of 10, is some major changes going on. You don't want to put yourself on the chopping board by complaining. Well, you need to pay me this salary. You ain't pay you. I wouldn't rock like that right now with this economy. Now you do what you want. You do what you want. But if I was you, I would just take it and learn. And then when it's time for you to bounce, you got a new skill. All right, because this ain't gonna last for long for some of y'all. They not telling you this. Codependent. See, they need you. They do need you. So this is a codependent situation and scenario right now, for sure. You need them because you don't got enough money saved up. So for some of you, that's why you not saying nothing, because you like, yo, I don't got no real money saved up. You lucky. If I had a certain amount of money, I'd tell y'all to kiss my ass. But because it's not that way, this is where the stress comes in. You know what I'm saying? This is where it comes in. And you can't really say but so much. Or if you already said something, now you might be nervous. Because it's like, I should have thought before I jumped to conclusions, before I got upset. Yeah, for some of y'all, that's the exact scenario. Okay, so just be careful. Yeah, they're gonna do what companies do with the traditions energy. What I just explained to you is what companies do. That is that's what their traditions are. That's what they do. So if y'all taking on more work, it's because the company is downsizing in certain ways. Now the level of downsizing just depends on what's going on with your company. I would pay attention to your company stocks if they're publicly traded. I would pay attention to the stocks. I would pay attention to how the stocks are doing. I would pay attention to any type of movement on the board. People coming in and off the board of directors, because that's a key that things are changing. Change either means good or it means not so good, but there's change and you should be aware of it. So you could pay attention. Pay attention to what went on last year. All that stuff is on the internet. If it's a public traded company, you can look at the annual report and just compare what was going on last year, the year before, compare and contrast the information, right? And figure out what's going on with your company. And then decide what you're going to do, make moves, what have you. Now, I'm just also getting somebody is lying to somebody to not get somebody to go somewhere. So it could be the boss lying to you or the job lying to you because they don't want you to worry. But there's emotions are running high in some way, shape, or form with some scenario here. Okay. Now, if this is about you trying to find a job, you know, or someone at the job being disrespected is what I'm getting here. So that could tie into it. So this white woman could just be the boss who is, but specifically I'm getting a white woman. So I'm not, calling out anybody in a derogatory racist term. I'm just saying that this is who this particular woman is. So it could be that the person I'm reading for is not a white woman. The person I'm reading for could be an Asian woman. It could be a Latina woman. She could be a black woman. She could be um, a, um, where else? You know what I'm saying? Any other other than what's considered a white woman, and she could just be a woman who's not foreign to the US, in any way, shape, or form. But this particular supervisor is a white woman, um, for a lot of you. But again, it could be anybody. Um, but yeah, it looks as though somebody's trying to figure out what you can do. What somebody's pointing you out, somebody is recommending you, or somebody called you out. Either they're calling you out because they're jealous of your skills and tasks, or they're calling you out to make you do something that you should be getting paid for, but for whatever reason, they're not going to pay you for it. They just want you to do it. Now there's a lover situation here, so that could be what's going on here too. You could have a lover here who's singling you out because you could do a lot of things for this person. Like you got this going on, you got that going on. The thing is that this person is still dealing with someone. They're still dealing with someone, okay? And hmm, I feel like for some of you, this is why this person may have fouled out with you because they're still dealing with someone. Could be somebody that they have children with, they've been married to, or been in a relationship for a long period of time. This woman is more mature, so these people could be in their late 30s. Now I would say 40s to be honest. Um, and I feel like this person, whoever this person, they're just coming in to try to see what you got in your savings. It could be that they didn't save any money, so they're trying to reconnect with you. So yeah, they're trying to get you all caught up. So this is somebody who's like love bombing you. All right, trying to come towards you, want to love bomb you because this is a codependent energy. Somebody needs some money. All right, and this is what they do. This is somebody who does this. So this could be somebody who's already married and they mess around on their partner for money, or this is somebody who sells themselves for money. This is a somebody who solicits themselves for money. What they do is they love bomb you, get you all emotionally attached with the water energy, get you all excited until you can't handle it no more. You see how the water's damn near by our neck? Like get you all riled up or come at you and over flood you with emotions, like love bombing you, giving you so much to see you. They love bombing you so much it's up to your neck in water, and get you all aroused, right? This is what they normally do. And then as soon as you say something to this person, you wise up and figure out what's going on here. And I feel like for some of you, you stop spending time with this person, you stop communicating with them, you stop talking to them because you were smart enough to realize what was going on. That's exactly what happened here. And so now this person is frustrated. They trying to be cool. So behind the scenes, they being cool as jeans, but in their head, they all in their head trying to figure out, damn, how did this person figure me out? Yeah, this is somebody who's playing games for some of y'all, okay? Yeah, see, two-faced energy with that Gemini energy. Not that Gemini itself is two-faced, but if you look at the mask, it's somebody revealing one way and then acting another. Didn't I tell you that earlier? With this one here, somebody's acting one way and behaving another. They got a secret. They keeping something, to themselves. Okay, and it could be that they already got somebody that they with. That's for some of y'all. So yeah, this is somebody who's basically picking you because of what you could do for them, what you got going on, who you are. You're very intelligent. This person knows that, but I guess they didn't think that you were smart enough to figure them out. But yeah, this could be somebody that was targeting you, trying to get something from you. Somebody who with somebody already. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Somebody who already got somebody. Yeah, they thinking about you right now with the longing and excuse me, longing. So this could have been somebody you was dealing with and you found out what time it was and you cut them off. Or this could have been somebody who was coming towards you. You caught them before the act even got off the ground and cut them off. Either way, these people are looking back, missing you, wanting to talk, wanting to reunite. If you can see the letters at the bottom of the card here. Okay. So they're wanting to come back around, especially if they got a codependent energy, and this is what they normally do. This is their routine with the traditions. So if you've gone through this with them before, this is somebody you've gone back and forth with numerous times. Same shit. But I feel like you've decided to step away for healing and self care. Yeah, because this takes a toll on somebody. Back and forth, all of this. Yeah, the running, escape, denial, and excuses. So for some of you, this is you running away from the situation. Maybe this person is with that Gemini energy trying to gaslight you so much. You always running away because y'all go in and out. I see this happen. It goes back and forth, in and out. Or somebody uses this as an excuse, like this person, if they're married, what they do is they get into a fight with their partner and then they run away. And that runaway could be so that they could mess around with whoever they want to mess around with for however long they want to mess around with them until that get bored and then they go back to their lover. This person has been around. This person has seen all of this shit that this person does. They know their secrets and the whole nine. She know everything about this person or he know everything about her. Okay, this is somebody's routine. This is what they do. So some of y'all avoided somebody who's just bored in a relationship, wanted to see what you was going to do for them, but they got somebody else. Whether they married, whether they in a long-term relationship, they dealing with someone else. Yeah, see, this is why it's good for you to take your time. Go slow with the scenario. Yep. Now, whoever this is, you cut them off. Whether you already got in and found out what time it was, or whether you caught it before it jumped off, they're trying to figure out how to weasel back in because they were so close. For those who was just right there about to get it, they was right there about to get it, and you cut them off. Or they did have it and they had it good and they realized what time it was and they wasn't about to let that go. You cut it off and just yank it from them. It's like yanking candy from a baby. Like, but that baby's gonna lose their fucking mind after that, right? And this is what this person is doing. They losing their mind. Where that sword go? Where that nine of swords go? They losing their mind, okay? But they trying not to say nothing. They trying to be cool, act like everything is nah. They losing it, okay? Because you got away with the running energy. You stepped away. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the best thing to do is just focus on moving forward. So with this Mercury retrograde, this person could be thinking back about you, which is why they could be coming to your mind, or vice versa. You could be there could be a lesson in this that you have to learn now that you're out of the situation. You can look back at it from a different set of eyes and just learn from what you needed to learn from this person. For some of you, this is a cycle you were in with this person. I feel like the cycle is coming to the end with this eclipse energy. So that's beautiful if that's what the case is, because this was very uh, torturous. Oof. But a lot of us go through this stuff, and you got to go through it to truly understand it and to truly not want to get back into it. You know what I mean? Like those of us who are super cautious is because we done seen some things, and some people don't understand that. And I have compassion for them because it tells me they haven't been exposed to any real, I'm not saying that just their experience wasn't real and it wasn't impactful. It's just, you know, had they been put in the circumstance that you were put in, you could, pretty much gather. And all you are doing is guessing, but you could pretty much gather that they wouldn't be able to survive it. Or, they would have been, um, how some people say you wear what you've been through, like that type of thing. They wouldn't have been able to hide it too well, I don't think. But that's learning, that's wisdom, that's experience, and that's all a part of it. This is why somebody is basically relaxed and they're not saying nothing. Like somebody could say something, right? But it's just like, nah, it's cool. It's cool. So that's what I got for you, fire energy. I hope this helps you out in some way, shape, or form. Make sure you hit that like button. All right, so that way you'll know. Well, hit the like button and let me know you stepped by, but hit the notification bell so that way you'll know when I post again. All right, fire energy. I'm out. Later.